I got a question. Y'all had a conversation yesterday. We talked about it before. Me, you, Shaw, all us talked about the getting drafted thing, staying in school versus not staying in school. Does staying I was watching y'all yesterday, so does staying in school help you get better? And you chimed in. You ain't never been to school, so you can't talk on it. So what pick was you?
31.
So how many years did you go?
2.
So if you were to win one more, when they was drafting us back then, if you were to win one more year, right? Would you have the ball in your hand a little more?
Nah, because our point guard was All-American McDonald's. So
Who was that?
Jason Gardner.
So you would have to play the 2?
Y'all came in the same year, right?
Yeah, we came in the same year.
Oh, so, okay, cool, that's even better. Even better for my arc. So you would have played the 2. So you got drafted 31. Do you think if you would have stayed another year, it would help the draft stock?
Probably the stock, but the game, no.
Not the game, I didn't ask you that.
The stock? Yeah, I mean, if
So
I
you would have went first round?
Yeah, if I
Lottery maybe?
If I wasn't acting ass, I would have
No, without no answers, I'm talking about your basketball game.
No, if I wouldn't have acted ass in pre-draft, I would have went lottery. That's why I came out. I was just being me.
But another year under your belt with what you knew already. You had 2 years under your belt. You come in, your third year, you're feeling yourself. You've gotten better. You've helped your stock. You come in your third year, so you're gonna average more. You're gonna get more shots. Your coach believe in you more. You're gonna get more minutes. All these things, right? Because you've gotten better. You believe in you more. Now it's time for you to get drafted. People now looking. Now you got another year. Oh, yeah. This is the progression we've seen: freshman year, sophomore year, junior year, right? That's 3 years of you being. Right? Whether it's 2-point jump, 17-point jump, whatever it is, so you get better. So how can you be on the other side of that now, though? Like, your development would have mattered if you stayed in school.
Because what happens is when I get drafted, everything is still, no matter what, still faster, still stronger. And I still had the transition from being a 2 to being a point.
All those things still exist.
Yeah,
but you are more prepared for it because you got another. You've grown, but you're not saying that you are ready for it, but you are more prepared than you were as a sophomore when you got drafted 31. That extra year of growth, development prepared you more. In their eyes, in the people that's picking you eyes, you are more prepared. Not to say that you're ready. Me, 4 years. Came out of high school the same year as Kobe. Same year as 1996. Steven Jackson, all the 1996 high school class. My freshman year, my sophomore year, my junior year, them dudes going into their 4th year, right? I came in as the what?
Number 1 pick.
My growth while they were, it was the same. So my rookie year, I was prepared, I was ready. In their eyes, the people that was picking eyes. Darius Miles, same draft, right? Conversations of, maybe him, but and that's where it comes in at.
But what if
as long as there's a but there, right? I'm coming off of broken leg, torn ligaments in my ankle. They rather take this chance rather than draft this guy because I'm more prepared. I'm ready. I ain't saying I'm ready, but I'm more prepared for the moment than he is. His upside was, in their mind at the time, drafting a 17, 18-year-old kid, like you're saying, right? You take the younger guy, but the younger guy can't help.
But I'm saying, what if
you give us 3 years with him?
But what if I take you and put you in the draft, no matter where you get drafted,
at what age?
As a sophomore?
As a sophomore?
Yeah. And now, instead of sophomore in college, junior, senior. What is your development being in the NBA, lifting NBA weights, playing against NBA practices?
Because
what did you turn out?
But the patients are not there.
Back then it was.
The patients are not. No,
I'm just saying as a
player. They gave me 2 years.
No, I'm just saying as a player.
Those 2 years from my sophomore year to my senior year, if I were to put my name in as a sophomore, offensively, I couldn't do nothing with the ball.
No, so, probably, no, I'm just saying.
So their patience as a pro is less than patience as Bob Huggins as a college coach.
No, I get that.
Telling me you need to work on this, right? And there's a step to it. Okay, you need to work on this next. You need to work on this. There's no expectations from Bob Huggins, right? Because I'm still doing the defense and rebounding, so that's enough for me to keep my scholarship and for him to keep his job because we're winning. If I'm a pro, those 2 years, there are expectations there for me to get better. And if I don't, I'm not in the league anymore.
No, but what I'm saying is there's none because you're younger. So I'm saying if I just give you 3 years and say these are empty years for you, college or 3 years in the pros, those 3 years, as a basketball player, which one you think will be better by 22? The one who's been practicing and playing in the NBA for 3 years, working against NBA talent, or the college kid? When y'all match up against each other, who's the more
NBA kid? No.
Think about what you lived at a sophomore year versus what you're doing.
It depends on who the player is.
But I'm
talking about him.
I'm talking about we started at the same point, right? So we started at the same point. The kid that's in college and I'm able to work on my game, right? But I'm learning the fundamentals of how to stop you. Right? They're not teaching you defense, individual defense, them 3 years as you a pro. They're not doing it because they don't have time to. So I have an advantage. When I came in, I had an advantage over Stromile Swift. I had an advantage over Darius Miles. I had an advantage over those guys. The advantage was the defense and the progression that I had from them 4 years, me learning these things. I was the defensive player of the year in the conference before I was player of the year in the conference. You know what I'm saying? I became player of the year in the conference because I started scoring the basketball. Start at the same point, the same development. The college kid is going to learn more and be more prepared.
For college basketball?
No, for basketball.
Over anything? Like
over them, that pro,
like
they
that
said
time,
the same.
that time.
No, just in that period now.
If a kid go out of high school, go to
Zach
Europe.
Edey is more prepared to play.
If a kid go to Europe out of high school, he's going to be way more prepared.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is. That's why I went top 10.
College,
because I was prepared.
That work was done before you got
I was prepared. I was prepared. I was prepared.
Brandon, I'm not finna let you sit and tell me.
I'm just letting you know.
You went overseas and didn't fucking play.
And I came back prepared. That's why I went top 10. Because I came back prepared. If I went to college, I probably don't go
Brandon,
top 10.
that work was done before you went overseas. Your name and your game was established before you went overseas.
But college basketball,
you wouldn't have the opportunity to go overseas if your name and game wasn't already established, Brandon. Trust me.
But what I'm saying is, no matter what age you come into the NBA, if you come in at 22, you come in at 18, both of you guys are learning what the NBA is for the first time.
Basketball.
No, what I'm saying is you're learning what the NBA is for the first time. So,
and what is the NBA though?
One-on-one speed, athleticism,
we're talking about basketball,
different concepts. But you're learning whatever language you're learning at the same time. So whatever you're learning in your first year at 22, I'm learning at 18, 19. So by the time I turn 22, think about where I am compared to where you were at 22. That's how they judge it. Right? So we both have 3 years.
When I came in at 22, I was offensively ready, defensively ready, strong. By year 4, I was an all-star, right? Should have been one in year 3. And we talking honesty, right? Some people fit that. By year 3, they're all-star. By year 4, they some people fit that. But there's more that's not because they're not prepared. There's more guys that don't make it, that didn't go to college, than guys that do. Because you have to do more with the complete game of basketball, and then we can move on from it. But we think about Zach Edey. We talk about Zach Edey, right? If Zach Edey went to school, right, the same amount of time, if he was dominant the way he was and he played a different position, he's not the number 1 option on his team now. He's not the number 2 option on his team now. He's not the number 3 option on his team now. He's not the number 4 option on his team now. If he was a different position, that changes with the domination that he had in college. You look at Jalen Brunson, dominant. He didn't get that. He had that when he went to Dallas. Where did he get that from?
College, high school,
his dad.
College. He had a good college coach. But he won at learning how to.
But you know
what do we say about the Villanova guy?
But you know that's okay.
Right? So what do we say about the Villanova guy?
What you're saying is that's now a rarity where the older guy actually pans out.
It does. You're right.
You're the last senior to go number 1.
And if Zach Edey played a lot of people thought Zach Edey wouldn't get drafted. First round, late, second round, not 9.
No one thought 9.
No one thought Zach Edey would get picked 9th. But the people in Memphis thought something different. If Zach Edey played a different position, where he had the ball in his hand and he wasn't reliant on Ja Morant, Bane, the other guys to have to get him the ball, or if the game was played like if they featured Zach Edey, he'll average a double. If he got the minutes some other guys get and they featured him, he would average a double-double because he knows how to score on the block and can't nobody stop him. He makes free throws. And it's bad. He's 7'4", Gil.
I get it.
Listen, he shoots the ball well. He makes free throws, and he knows how to score. If you feature him on the block, there's no one that's stopping him in the NBA. The same thing we say about Joel Embiid. He's unstoppable. Zach Edey is unstoppable if you give him the opportunity to be unstoppable. Because no one knows in this NBA that we speak of, no one knows how to play post defense.
Yeah, everybody's shooting threes. Yeah.
So if you give him the ball and opportunity, if Zach Edey, you're getting 15 shots a night. You're getting 30 minutes a night, 15 to 20 shots a night. Guaranteed. He is the dominant player that you are looking for because he's older. He would be that. He's not getting the opportunity to show that. In college, they gave him the opportunity to be 2-time Wooden Award winner. They gave him the opportunity to do that. He is prepared to play now, just like the guy in Washington. He's younger. Yes, good. The guy in Atlanta, good. All those guys, Castle, yes. All the guys that y'all talked about yesterday, the guy that they got drafted, yes. But given the opportunity to do what he did in college, there's no doubt in my mind because he understands how to play the game.
They're probably worse.
On both ends of the floor. Because he's been this size. They've had to coach that up. They've had to coach him to the best of their ability because he has deficiencies because he's so big, right? He understands his size. He understands space. Wemby understands the same thing. They've been this size. They know how to play. If he get the same opportunity, the same look, and the same love that people show Wemby, it just looks different because he's not shooting threes. And to say that this other guy do this better because he's younger, you go to college to get better.
So are you
to learn how to play basketball?
So are you saying that guys need to go to college? Or
some guys absolutely, Brandon, yes.
Okay.
Because a lot of these guys have deficiencies and they not going to become good pros. Paul George probably could play defense at a high level before he got to college, but he perfected that shit in college. Kawhi Leonard, the same thing. They long arms, could move their feet, but They learn angles and how to cut a motherfucker off and do these things in college. Because they had a coach teaching, oh, he got great attributes. Look at his fucking arms. He moving his feet. Oh, shit, wait till I get him. I can teach him this.
So you think Cooper Flagg is learning a lot in college right now?
Yes. Okay. That's going to help him. He could already score. Listen, he already athletic when he got there. Could already score the basketball.
Right. So what is he doing that's different from high school?
If he went longer, he'll learn more. He's not going to be there long. You can only learn a certain amount in a minute time.
But how many players is he playing? Like, okay, when you think about college,
it ain't about.
It is like when you're talking about one-on-one. What other high-level player has Cooper Flagg had to play against? Because 30 nights or 82 nights, he's going against defensively and also. There's nothing that's going to prepare him for that because he's never going to see that guy.
He will be prepared. So what did you,
and then like the kids.
So what did you? So you didn't go to college. So you went to college. You went to college, right? You went to college to play basketball, right? I'm saying to play basketball.
Well,
but to play basketball.
I was there.
But you did drills and shit though, right?
Yeah.
You did drills. You did drills. I did drills. You did drills.
We
did drills overseas.
But not to, no, Brandon. This is college coaching. It's not overseas, so stop fucking putting yourself in this.
It's better. I mean,
stop putting yourself in this.
It gets you prepared. I'm just letting you know.
You didn't do it, Brandon.
Right, because college wasn't going to get me ready for the NBA. So I'm speaking on.
That's you. So put
and a lot of other kids.
Speak on what you know.
Why are we talking about college?
Speak on because I went to school 4 years and I was no more people because what the fuck we talking about here. It's what I want to talk about. It ain't what you want to talk about, nigga.
All right.
Quit putting your fucking self in the conversation. Because it ain't got shit to do with you.
Well, I'm just saying, college ain't preparing nobody.
It ain't got shit to do with you.
College ain't preparing nobody for
You didn't go because you don't fucking know.
College ain't preparing. That kid that's going to BYU, he don't have to go to BYU.
When you was in Arizona, did you do defensive drills?
Yeah.
When you was at UCLA, did y'all do defensive drills?
Yes, we did.
When you was in college, Sebastian, did y'all do defensive drills?
Hell yeah.
I was in Cincinnati, I did defensive drills. Will it teach him how to guard fucking Kevin Durant? Absolutely fucking not. Will it teach him certain angles with certain people, how to move his feet? He did closeouts every day. He doing this drill, that drill. In that regard, yes. If he has deficiencies defensively, this will help him somewhat. I ain't saying he's gonna come in that motherfucker and beat Kawhi Leonard. No. But it will help him to a certain degree. DeMar Johnson could have went to college, could have went to the NBA fresh out of high school. Where did he go to school? To the University of Cincinnati. Why? They say this man needs to get stronger. He was a 6th pick in the draft. It's proof to reasons for people to do different shit. They said DeMar Johnson could have went to the NBA after his junior year in high school.
I was in his class.
He went to school for a fucking reason.
But you know
because everybody is different.
The history is going against your argument, though.
No,
there's been research has been shown, though.
I hear you, but we talk. So
remember, I'm in the class of all high school kids, so I'm.
So the Zach Edey thing is what I'm specifically want to get on because that right is going against everything that I'm sitting here saying, but you can't get away from the fundamentals of teaching people how to play basketball.
But sometimes, okay, so I asked Dwight. It was Dwight Howard and Okafor, right? Okafor was a seasoned college player. So I asked Otis, why did you go with Dwight?
Yeah.
He said, he talked about age. He said, by the time Dwight is Okafor age, Dwight will be a superstar.
Yes.
So I have 4 years from now, this kid will be a superstar. He could be good, but he's not going to be a superstar because he's not at the age now. So if I'm going to take a 22-year-old, am I going to take the 22-year-old who's coming into the draft or the 22-year-old who's going to be a superstar in 4 years?
Yes.
And that's what he went with.
Absolutely.
Okafor won Rookie of the Year. 2 years later, one was an All-Star by the age of 20.
But that particular, that year, right?
Okafor was better.
He was better. He was ready to play. He was more prepared.
Yeah, but he's the number one pick. I don't need someone prepared to my team.
Yes, absolutely, yes. But more prepared then, if you'd have asked a different GM, like I said, if somebody else would have had to pick, they would have picked Okafor.
But
if somebody else would have had to pick, it just so happened that Otis had to pick.
But hear what I'm saying on how the thought is. He's 22.
Yes.
This is how prepared he is at 22.
Yes.
All right?
Yes.
This is 18.
Yes.
I have 4 years before I have to match him to where he is right now.
Yes.
So in 4 years, can I get him better than what Okafor is as a rookie? If the answer is yes, you have to go with the 18-year-old.
Yeah, yes.
So you're just saying 4 years from now, I'm going to see if I made a great decision. So I have 4 free years on it.
I'm with you.
And that's just how they go.
I'm with, yes.
I'm everything. I'm saying
high school
yes.
Players too. No, so like when you're talking about being good, if you're older, you're talking about being Tim Duncan, being Allen Iverson.
So what did they do to Tim? Yeah.
You have to be great early.
But great early, but what did they do for Tim Duncan?
Put the ball in.
He was the number
1 pick
option, right? David Robinson wasn't the number 1 option when Tim Duncan was the number 1 option, right? If Zach he's ready to play right now as a rookie. If he was the number 1 option in Memphis, it'd look different because he's more prepared this year. He would be the rookie of the year like Okafor was the rookie of the year, right? He would be the rookie of the year because he knows how to play right now. It could look different in 4 years, absolutely what I'm saying, yes, but more prepared because he went to school and he learned how to play basketball. Charlotte, they are very skilled. They learn the skill set, what they have when they come from France. They have that. They're tall, athletic, skilled, but they have a deficiency to a certain degree. Guys that's learn how to play, they don't have that. You know what I'm saying? So what you're saying, absolutely. In 4 years, Saul could be an all-star. Zach Edey could just still be averaging fucking 11. Fine. But he's more prepared today because he did what he did in college and he learned how to play with that size. They featured him. So everything you're saying, yes. But to go to school, you're going to get better. And if you're doing that, that means that you're teachable, you're coachable, your aptitude for the game is high. So all those things is helping you. Being a pro, yes, you learn how to be a pro in real time. There's no better teacher than that. Yes, absolutely, because I did it. I'm saying there's no better teacher to being a pro, but to learn how to play basketball is what we're talking about.
Yeah.
To being a pro and learn how to play basketball. You're learning how to play basketball by college coaches because their job is affected by teaching you because they want you to stick around for another year. You got better, so it's gonna help my job. Them pros don't have that. You will be more prepared absolutely, but you might not have a fucking job to do it in 3 years, is what I'm saying. Because you have deficiencies. So.
That's real. All right, well.
That's all. Because we've been talking about this shit, and I heard y'all yesterday, and I'm like.
You were the last draft.
Senior, yes.
You was the last draft because I think what ended up happening after your draft, this study of the Kobe's, Kevin Garnett, and the Tracy McGrady was coming in, right? 01, 02, Kobe was successful, Garnett was successful, Jermaine O'Neal was going into his own, and T-Mac was going in. So when my draft was coming, they just went a whole motherfucker, let's go young. I mean,
because it was
yours are still kind of like, it was still borderline. You had 1 or 2 young guys in the top.
It was only one high school
kid, and then it was still like young. But mine, we had you had Tyson,
Eddie Curry. Oh yeah, y'all.
We had Jason Richardson was 2 years, but we had Jop Diop.
Yep.
Then we had the young kid from Griffin. Right, so our whole class, like, our whole class, it was
all big.
The first point guard went damn near 20-something. So it was just all young bigs coming out.
And you're the first 4 picks, all high school guys.
Yeah,
so
I remember that draft.
It went back to back.
Yeah, it was just cleaned up. That's what Jop Diop came in at.
And 4 of the first 8. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so it was a young person draft, and sitting there asking the questions and why they doing this, why they doing that, and then trying to understand what people are seeing, like. I don't see it. And it was like 3 years from now, 4 years from now is when we're gonna judge them. It's like they have a free 4 periods to try to figure it out. And I'm like, oh, that.
I get it.
Man, that's crazy.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like,
I dig it.
Because before them, obviously, you look back in history, obviously, the older you were better. Like the senior and the junior, you know.
Yeah, there's more, and trust me, there's more unsuccessful stories of guys trying it than there are more success stories. The younger guys.
Was Corleone Young them in your draft, or that was before all that?
After.
No, before.
Corleone Young, was he? Shit.
It was that
99 draft?
That was that.
98, 99?
Yeah, okay, yeah. So it was some big misses in that.
1998.
98, and then that one kid that put his name in, the big white kid.
Oh no.
Robert Swift, the big redhead kid.
He came in after, He was
fucking mistake.
That was the white number. The white number, they had like everybody left the McDonald's.
Fucking kid, that was a goddamn mistake.
Remember, that's when J.R. Smith and all them.
Young fella.
Who let that boy put his name in the draft, man?
And then when J.R. Smith and all them came out after that McDonald's.
J.R.
game,
Smith,
Sebastian, that's when it just went crazy. And then they was like, they changed the rule right after that. They was like,
Will.
They was like, yo, we went to NBA camp. They was like, y'all gotta wait a year.
All right, well let's.
Yeah, because the fucking Robert Swift shit.
Yeah, he was in that.
He's like, all right, now who let him in?
Yeah.
It was that McDonald's game.
That was.
See, that's the problem, right?
The McDonald's.
The fucking McDonald's game. Now everybody think they good.
Like the McDonald's game is
everybody think
it's an all-star game. But can't count that as.
J.R. Smith was shooting threes from half court. Remember?
When you got motherfucking 1,400 people in your town. And you average a motherfucking 62 in high school, you're gonna be a McDonald's.
And Sonny over there kissing everybody on the cheek. I'm like, you going top, you going lottery. You like, shit.
Goddamn kids, man.
All right, well, let's keep this thing moving. Got to talk about an important topic.